We need to have a serious talk. Stop studying difficult words that people don't use. You want an example? Elucidate is rarely used. It's used only in very formal writing. So stop using words like this. Instead, today I'm giving you 12 difficult words that English speakers really use in daily conversations. And I'm going to give you real life examples. So this is going to be really useful to improve your vocabulary, especially if you're studying for the IELTS test, the TOEIC, or the TOEFL test. Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. I'm Josh from Canada, and if you like what you see in this lesson today, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon because you will be the first one to know when I release a new video. Here's the list of words that we're going to study together today. Oh, surprised, aren't you? You don't know many of those words, right? Maybe you know one or two, but today you're going to improve your vocabulary, and these words are truly used by English speakers. Let's get started. Our first word today is ambiguous. Now, for each word, I'm going to give you the phonetic transcription. If you can read it, it's very useful. If you cannot read it, I've also done this here. I'm giving you the actual pronunciation. Ambiguous. So big is in capital letters. It means the stress of the word is on that syllable. Ambiguous. Here's an example. The politician's answer was so ambiguous that no one knew if he agreed or not. Now, what would you say is the meaning of ambiguous? Too long to follow, easy to understand, or unclear? Make your choice. And the answer is unclear. Ambiguous actually means having more than one possible meaning. Many different meanings, so his answer was worthless. We didn't know if he was in agreement or in disagreement. He was too ambiguous. Tentative. The chef has created a tentative menu for the wedding, but we can request changes. Tentative, what is the meaning? Fixed and unchangeable, not finalized yet, or perfect and fully approved. And the answer is not finalized yet. A tentative menu. So tentative means unsure, uncertain, or changeable. So it's not certain yet. So the tentative menu can still be changed. Ominous. Did you see those dark clouds? They look really ominous. I think a storm is coming. Ominous. Beautiful, threatening, or strange? Just by looking at the picture, you probably know the answer. It is threatening. Actually, ominous is a very useful word. It means giving the impression that something bad is going to happen. A little bit like the adjective spooky. This place is very spooky. Something bad is going to happen here. Plausible. Her excuse for being late sounded plausible. Plausible, fake, suspicious, or believable? Make your choice. The answer is believable. It's plausible, it's believable, it seems reasonable or probable. It is a possible excuse for being late. Notorious. That street is notorious for heavy traffic during rush hour. Famous for something bad, unpredictable, or highly respected. Notorious. Maybe you know this one because it's used so often. Notorious means famous for something bad. So famous, but in a very negative way. Eccentric. His eccentric clothing style made him stand out. He is indeed very eccentric. Traditional, unusual, or simple? Of course, it is unusual, eccentric, unconventional, strange, different, odd, a little weird. He's very eccentric. An eccentric billionaire, for example. Impeccable. Impeccable. Her taste in fashion is impeccable, always wearing the most stylish outfits. You see, once again, the picture helps you a lot. Unremarkable, simple, or flawless? And the answer is flawless, without flaws. So impeccable means perfect, without any mistakes, of the highest quality. Oblivious. He walked away oblivious to the fact that he had left his wallet on the bench. Oblivious. Unaware, angry, or distracted. This one is a little bit more difficult. Oblivious means unaware. He could have been distracted too, but the best choice is unaware. Oblivious means not noticing what is happening around you. So sometimes if you go to a very crowded market, some tourists just walk around as if they had no care in the world. But meanwhile, there are many pickpockets walking around. The tourists are oblivious to the pickpockets working the marketplace. Hindrance. Her fear of public speaking was a hindrance to her career. A benefit, an obstacle, a source of inspiration. Of course, it is an obstacle. A hindrance is something that makes progress difficult. It's hard to go forward because something is blocking your progress. Something is preventing you from going forward. Ludicrous. The idea of driving across Canada in 2 days is absolutely ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Think about it. Canada is a very, very big country. Do you think you could drive across Canada in only 2 days? Think twice. Sensible and practical, ridiculous and absurd, exciting and challenging. The answer is ridiculous and absurd. It's totally crazy. It's unrealistic. It's silly. It's illogical. It's stupid. It's ludicrous. Procrastinate. I always procrastinate doing the dishes until there's a huge pile in the sink. Delay or postpone. Finish early. Get someone else to do it. And the answer is, I always procrastinate, I always delay, I always postpone. I don't want to do it, so I do other things instead of doing what I should be doing. It means to delay or postpone doing something because you are lazy or because you haven't decided yet. Obnoxious. I hate obnoxious people who talk on the phone in the library. Pleasant and friendly, rude and annoying, humorous and light-hearted. The answer is rude and annoying. You know you're trying to study in the library and someone is talking on the phone laughing out loud? That is very obnoxious. It's very disrespectful, it's rude, it's inconsiderate, it's annoying. It's quiz time! Now, I'm going to give you a sentence with a picture to help you out, and you have to find the best word to put in the blank. Let's get started. We have dinner plans, but we haven't decided on a time yet. What kind of dinner plans do you have? The answer is we have tentative dinner plans because the time hasn't been fixed yet, so it can still be changed. Remember that tentative means unsure, uncertain, or changeable. That restaurant is for its bad service. This one should be super easy. That restaurant is notorious for its bad service. Famous but in a negative way. or well known for something bad. So that restaurant is well known for its bad service. The movie's ending was leaving viewers with many questions. So after watching the movie, you weren't sure about the ending. What happened? The ending was ambiguous. Ambiguous is unclear, having more than one possible meaning. Start studying for your final exams now. Don't make your choice. This is something your university professor would say. Don't wait until the last minute to start studying. Don't procrastinate. Procrastinate, don't delay, don't postpone what you have to do because you're lazy. Start now. The scientist presented a theory, but more research is needed to confirm it. What kind of theory did he present? So a scientist is someone serious, and he presented a good theory, something that is believable, something that is plausible, a plausible theory. Believable, it seems reasonable, it seems probable. Brian's fashion and behavior made everyone laugh at the party. So how was Brian's fashion and Brian's behavior? It was eccentric, a little strange, a little odd, a little unusual, different, eccentric. You wouldn't say obnoxious because it made everyone laugh at the party. So people were laughing. They were not upset because he was so rude. He was just a little different. He's a little strange, but in a funny way. The idea of paying $1,000 for a sandwich is just, it is what? It is crazy, it's illogical, it is ludicrous. Ludicrous means ridiculous, unrealistic, silly, illogical. Before leaving for your job interview, make sure your shoes are Oh, the picture can help you here. Make sure that your shoes are what? Make sure your shoes are impeccable. Impeccable, make sure your shoes are perfect, flawless. Because you know that when you go for a job interview, people look at your shoes. Super important. Heavy rain was a to their outdoor wedding plans. The rain is something that was a big problem for their outdoor wedding. So the heavy rain was a hindrance. A hindrance is an obstacle, something that made the wedding very difficult outside in the rain. Last question. The music in the horror movie made everyone in the theater feel nervous. Do-do-do-do. What kind of music is that? The music was ominous, giving the impression that something bad was going to happen. Good job, guys, and check out my other videos. They are really, really good. Trust me, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.